that puddle. That's what we're dealing with today. Strip tilling again. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, not all fields are ready to go. We're finding that out. These hills out here keep it interesting, that's for sure. As of now, we're able to go in most of the field, but there are a bunch of areas we're having to go around. So fingers crossed won't get stuck, but stay tuned. Again, our setup here is a John Deere toolbar with a Montag cart and Dawn strip till units. Slightly questionable. Here's a glance at the units as I'm stepping out to check the fertilizer level. Out of the cab. Whoop. It's nice out here. What are we looking? Looking at the fertilizer level. We got lots left. Or enough anyway. There's another lake. Should be good here. So y'all, as I make my turn here, I'm showing you the lake, so I'm not really explaining why. Well, kind of self-implied, right? We had like over 4 inches of rain in the beginning of May, end of April, middle of April. Literally 4 inches of rain. Very, very close together. We're not able to get in the fields early like we thought. First we had that little bit of snowstorm into like the 1st of April. And then it was literally a bunch of rain after that. So we have been very wet conditions. So it's May 11th currently. And it's day 2 in the field. So a little bit before the rain though, we were able to sneak in and put some fertilizer on the beans, if you saw that video or not. But that's all we pretty much did up until this point. It's finally almost ready. Most of it's pretty good to go. But we will have challenging fields like this one. Dad went and got some of our bean seed here and is unloading them, putting them in the shed. Any guesses how much that thing weighs? Delivery. Whoop whoop. It's into May here and these are beans. You guys, these weigh literally over 2,000 pounds each. It's wild. Dang near 2,500 pounds each. Dang near. And each one of these boxes holds 40 units. 40 units per box. when somebody out there on the road is spooking the deer.
That would be a bad wonder pump.
Yikes.
Yep. Years ago I said can never plant on Mother's Day. I guess it's gonna bite me once again.
Yeah. Day one planting, already in the shop. Getting all the sticky antifreeze off right away there. Yep. Starting to come out. This is where it fills.
Go there all on the radiator itself. So don't do that anymore.
I'm on flashlight duty as I learn and observe here what Dad's doing. Gotta get the belt just right there. Dad's installing the new water pump.
Alright, green.
There it be. Time to fill. Day number 1 for planting corn 2024, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. So just in case you're wondering how this, is gonna go today, no, I'm super pumped. But yes, we did break down day 1, first field. I wasn't driving though. Dad was driving the planter. I was finishing some stuff up in the barn, and yeah, so he did that. He did the whole first field. And all of a sudden he just noticed, the windshield, he said, and the side of the tractor, something was flying out. And he predicted it, he was right. But yeah, antifreeze. Antifreeze was flying all over, and so he quickly stopped, checked it out, brought it home in the shop, and water pump was leaking, but yeah, bad water pump. The bearing in the water pump was really, really bad. So needed a whole new water pump. It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day today, and so we weren't sure if we were going to be, broke down the whole day or not, but luckily, our super awesome local Arnold's put one outside for us, and I went on a part run and picked that up. Dad installed it there. That's what the videos are about. But just in case anybody's wondering, the water pump is super important because that's how, the antifreeze goes through and the coolant process of the whole tractor. So, if he had not caught it, or if it got really bad, obviously the tractor's temp would have skyrocketed, and most likely the engine would have been very bad, probably need a new engine type of bad. So yeah, nothing came up on the screen because he just caught it right away, but had it not been fixed, or he kept going, could have literally blew the engine, or just something really bad. So anywho, it was much needed that we got that fixed. luckily we got it fixed on a Sunday, so I'm super thankful for that. So it is go time. It is super, super, super go time around here, central Minnesota. Everybody, all the neighbors, we're all going kind of at the same time, so we're all sitting in mid-May is when our first people went out pretty much in this area, so yeah. Super glad it's go time though. Super glad. But yeah, with the water pump, of course, then, you know, you gotta drain the antifreeze, so Dad did that. Just re-add some, but you can't start the tractor right away or like go work with the tractor because you gotta let that air out of the system, and yeah, it's just not good for it. So we waited like an hour before we got back at it, and yeah, luckily the temp's good. We're at like 180 here for the coolant temp, so we let it do its thing, and it's good. I'm putting seeds in the ground, so that's exciting. It's going very well. So lots of things I'm going to be, I'll have so many videos of this, but lots of things I'm, you know, of course, watching for the spacing, the population, and how precise it is. So singulation, we call it, how many seeds are going in the ground correctly with skips or multiples. You know, if there's a lot of seeds being dropped at the same time, if we're having a lot of skips, having a lot of multiples. Of course, I'm fluctuating based off that. I'm picking my fan or my vacuum speed back there, watching that gauge, the compressor gauge, the liquid, the 1034O, that's the tanks in the front of the tractor. This field we're putting on like 3.5 pounds per acre of that. That's our liquid nitrogen and everything that's going on. So yeah, it's time for corn. Of course, I can adjust how many seeds per acre I'm putting in, like population. You know, on hills versus not on hills, sandier ground versus clay ground, soil types, it all plays a factor in how many seeds we want to put in the ground. So this is a bunch of stuff to do while I'm sitting here, whether, you know, on the screen and not on the screen. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out and soak this first day up, and hope you're enjoying the video. I'm enjoying this. I love this so much, but yeah, maybe film later, who knows. Here's a glance at the planter, mounted 1230 early riser, Case IH of course. 12 rows, 30-inch spacing. Here's my FM 1000 screen, and of course, best view ever right here. Again, with our strip till, it's highly important I stay in the center of that strip with the planter. I'm gonna try to eat better this year. We'll see how that goes, but we about to start. Got our seed tender here, ready to go, filling up with seed. This is what I was talking about in the cab, but here we're filling up the fertilizer, the 1034O, 10% nitrogen, 34% phosphate, and there's our tank here. Finished up that other field, and yep, we loaded seed, and now I'm starting outside rounds on this field, the next field. So we filled up for seed based on our population and the seed size. like the larger the seed, of course, or the smaller the seed, does kind of calculate how much the box will last, you know, each individual box. So right now we're thinking it's going to be, how much we filled it is close to 3 acres per box. So 36 acres. We'll finish this field. It's around like 35, so it should be good to go. It's definitely trickier on outside rounds. Staying on the strip is very critical. Like I tell you what, we're talking an inch over center of the strip is very critical. Almost done with the field, y'all. Well, there we go, folks. Wrapping up this day. Finished up this field. It was like 36 acres left, so didn't need fill up with seed, had enough. And tomorrow's a new day. Woo-woo!